A great character from action and adventure stories is the swordswoman. You know, the female character that has to prove she's as good as, if not better, than the swordsmen. And of course, she does. Now this character I'm going to draw, I think, is a youngish character, you know, almost boyish in look. So I'm going to draw a big head, you know, to accentuate that youthfulness, okay? And the neck. Now notice the angle of the head is like that, because I'm going to draw her holding her sword, you know, ready for action. In contrast to the angle of the head, the body, there's the shoulders, the body is going to be angled that way. There's the torso. Quite slim, and down to quite slim waist. About there, there's the angle of the torso, okay? And the hip area from the side looks, let's see, about that shape there, okay? Actually looks like roughly from the side, okay? And from there you have the legs coming down. Now the front leg here, coming from, keep that sense of length, you know, the slimness of the look of the character. And down to the knee there, and then further down to the ankle, keep the slimness, and this foot planted firmly on the ground, okay? The back leg coming in, let's see, there, coming down to the knee area there, and then coming back, you know, she's kind of thrusting backwards for balance there, making a sense of action of the figure. And this foot will be kind of poised, perhaps balanced on her toes there, like that. Okay, now the arms, she's holding the sword, so her shoulders are slightly up, right, and her upper arm comes forward like this, down to the elbow, and then right down, keep it quite slim, down to the wrist there. And this fist will be seen like that, just with the knuckles appearing on the hilt of the sword. The other arm would appear coming behind the body, there, and her thumb would appear as kind of gripping the hilt of the sword, with the fingers appearing around that side. Okay, now what you can do here for contrast is, you know, because she's a kind of a young, slim, boyish figure, you know, really accentuate the side of the sword to give this sense of contrast. Okay, so you can make the hilt of the sword quite big, quite chunky, and then, you know, carry on up with the line of the sword, make it very, very broad, you know, surprisingly broad and heavy looking for such a young character, you know, that massive sword there, okay, and the pommel would come down, something like that. Okay, so there's the, you know, your young swordswoman. Now let's get the character. Now, because it's quite a young character, I'm going to give her quite large eyes, so she's quite determined too, so she's looking at from underneath her eyebrows like that. Okay, see that kind of look? Determined. Okay, and front of her head, forehead, and a little nose coming in there, right? And, you know, a very, very determined mouth, turned down slightly. Okay, and her lip, little chin, coming towards her ear, and her neck would appear a bit in there, right? The hairstyle, again, kind of keep that kind of boyish look, make it fairly short at the front, almost like a page boy style. But at the back, I think we can, you know, we can bring it down like that. Okay. Yeah, great. She looks very determined, doesn't she? Right. Okay, now her arms. As I said, her shoulders are fairly high, and you can start at this point to bring in a bit of detail. You know, her shoulders perhaps be covered by perhaps a bit of a tunic, that kind of look to it, right? And then her arm would continue underneath here, coming down towards the wrist. Fairly slim, remember? Maybe she would have kind of leather bands on her wrist. Something like that. Okay, and this fist coming out to grip the hilt of the sword there, and the other arm, well, I'll put her body first, front of her body, come down there, quite slim, into the waist, curving like that. Her other arm would appear behind there, coming down to the wrist, and of course her thumb would appear there with the fingers coming round the hilt of the sword. And then of course you try and keep that line, and again, as I said, make it very big and chunky, something like that. The hilt of the sword would come down here, and appear just below her fist there, like that. Okay, and then carry on, put this massive great blade in that she's holding. Okay, right, she certainly shows those swordsmen a thing or two, you know. Right, okay, now we carry on with the costume, and we could put round her waist perhaps a belt coming around there, right, the buckle appearing somewhere like that, right, and the back of the tunic coming down over her hips and sewing out, and the front kind of clinging to the front of her leg there, and the bottom copying this, repeating that kind of line, scalloped kind of look to it. You put a bit more detail in, maybe double up the line a bit more, like that, make it more interesting. Okay, now her legs, leggings, so you could put a few kind of wrinkles on here, suggest the rustic nature of the leggings, you know, the wrinkled tights, like that, and coming down to perhaps a pair of leather boots that she's wearing, something like that, come down at the front, down to, as I say, her foot planted firmly on the ground, something like that, her ankle, and you could put in some details like the leather thongs that are on her boots there, right, and the other leg coming in there, would be a bit of wrinkle around the knee, and then the top of the boot coming in like that, coming down to the ankle, and then down to her foot, balanced on her toes there. It makes the cat look a bit more dynamic. Again, put in some idea of the laces now, like that. Okay, and then we have a very determined swordswoman. Okay, let's rub out some of these lines, get a better picture. What she's like. Excellent. Right, I really hope you can check out the rest of my Cartoon Art School series, where I'll be showing you how to create and draw even more characters from action and adventure stories. In the meantime, all the best and happy drawing!